banished from Earth Classic Game Room broadcasts from the Intergalactic Space Arcade on its never-ending mission to review everything. Welcome to Classic Game Room, where sequel week continues with Rastan Saga II on the Genesis, a game you've probably never heard of because it sucks. True dat, Clone Mark. True dat. Seriously, this game is horrible. It really is. Rastan Saga II, they should have just quit with the first one because it was pretty good. This is an abomination on the Sega Genesis, which will make your game system cry. It's awful. It's awful in every way. In fact, it's so bad, it'll make for a good review. Starting with the reason that I even have a copy of this game, Steve from Southeast Texas sent it to the show because he bought a copy so he would have a better case in which to keep Herzog's Y, and then just sent me the copy of the game that was previously inside. So Steve, good move. You passed on the discomfort to me, and in the process gave a much worthier game a good, sturdy plastic home. Rastan Saga II. This game would have been terrible on the NES in 1985, let alone the Sega Genesis, which is supposed to do things better than this. What were they thinking? I mean, the only good thing about Rastan Saga II is the writing in between the action scenes. So occasionally it'll look like he disappears, but that's the interlacing. When he gets hit, he starts to blink. Just ignore that. In fact, just ignore this game completely. Enjoy the review and then move on with your life, never playing Rastan Saga II, because there's so many better games on the Genesis. So many. So many more. Why? Steve, why? Oh, the troll hit me in the shins as I was blocking. And as you can hear, the music is just painful. Painful, terrible music, and the visuals are just laughable. I mean, if you put this game up next to something like The Revenge of Shinobi, it's just embarrassing. I mean, the first Rastan was pretty cool on the Sega Master System. I actually have a copy of that game. Haven't reviewed it yet for no good reason, but I've got it. It's good. This, however, could have been so much more. They could have actually put some time into it. But clearly they didn't. You just plot about as this bizarre-looking meathead, occasionally collecting some different weapons, and battle your way through the most mindless, generic, boring levels ever. It's thankfully an extremely short game, and along the way, as you're suffering, you'll battle some generic end bosses, but at least the writing is good. You wicked people! How did you like my assault? Oh! Here come tough enemies. Here come saws built into steps and more crappy platforming. But I'll pause the game here because I want to show you the one good enemy in the game, which is the naked liquid chicks that throw things at you. Look at that, she's flexible and viscous. So credit where credit's due, that's the one good enemy in Rastan Saga II. I don't know why you kill her, you should be thanking them. Here we have some more horrible platforming and generic backgrounds. It's just not a fun game, and not terribly good in any way, except for the naked liquid chicks. They're okay. So on that note, a huge Classic Game Room shout out and thank you to Steve from Southeast Texas. Steve, I was going to curse your name for sending this, except he also sent Rolling Thunder 2, which is amazing. So they kind of equal out, except he also gave Herzog's Y a good home, and I respect that. Also, I like the writing here. I would rather run away, but no, timidness does not conquer. I was mesmerized by either the bad music or his blue briefs. I'm not one of the two, I don't know. Rastan Saga II, a game to not play on the Genesis.